This video review is being brought to you by PrimeToys.net. PrimeToys.net, where you can get your collector grade Transformers for not the collector grade prices. PrimeToys.net. And I am a reviewer, so let the reviews be joined. Hey guys, your friend Donald here once again for another video review for you. And as you can see, we're going to look at Combiner Wars Voyager class Motormaster. Granted, this is, as most of you know, this guy is already a repaint, remold of the Combiner Wars Optimus Prime, which, let me get these weapons here, I meant to pull those off. It definitely works for him more than it did Prime. But before we get too much more into the detail on him, let's look at his accessories here. Of course, we have his instruction sheet. Very nice artwork here, done in every way. I can't say it enough how much I like the way they've done this. Again, showing a 10-step transformation for him into his robot form and everything. So we'll definitely get to look more on the transformation and stuff here in just a moment. But again, the art and detail on this is very well done. Also, Motormaster did not, unlike the Voyager, or excuse me, the Deluxes, he came with his collector's card instead of the comic book like the other ones did. And here we have a great artwork done, most likely from the Transformers Legends game, which sadly is going to be ending within the next couple months or so. But it's definitely a nice artwork from his G1 self. Great rendition of him in full battle form. There's nothing really on the back, just a little generations symbol there. But let's get on and look at what you came here for, which was Motormaster himself. We'll also look at his weaponry here. He has two-piece weapon. You have both in gray, like a metal gray look. This basically is a blaster, or can be, for him. And you have this end, which is a sword, of course. And you can, of course, attach them together, which I was attaching it the wrong way, like so, to make an even bigger sword, or bigger blaster if you wanted to. Which this kind of, in a way, this kind of looks like the gun that, you know, Mark Wahlberg used in the Age of Extinction movie, which, you know, or some other little alien type blaster. But still, not too shabby for that sense. Now, the weaponry, or Motormaster himself, again, as I said, he's well done, or repaint, remold of the Combiner Wars Voyager Prime, which I personally am one of the ones that believes that when they first started bringing out Combiner Wars, they knew they were going to have this mold, and they said, well, why don't we bring out Prime already, go ahead and take him out to give the hype out, try to sell him out faster. Excuse me. Which probably worked, but the mold was just not well done, and we'll get more into Prime later on my review for him. Motormaster is very well done. His artwork, or paint scheme, and everything he used for him is very well done. He's got definitely the metal work here, or not metal work, excuse me, the silver metal looking paint job here with the purple windshield, the metal or grayish paint all around with the purple, of course. Black plastic tires, I don't know why rubber tires. And then the bad side on this is the fact on the tires themselves, I kind of wish they put some like silver there as well, like what they used here on the grill for the rims, just to make it look a little bit better. But not you know, a little Sharpie or some other little detail would work wonders for that, to fix that. Other than that, I mean, it's great. I mean, he definitely wears this mold a lot better than what Prime does. But his weaponry, you can store them here in the back. You can't really, this one you can kind of stick it in here, sort of. I mean, it doesn't really want to, but you can probably really force it in there, but I'm not going to. Best way to do it really is just to take it, and you have these little slots here in the side of it on either side, where you can just peg it into either side of the other half of his weapon, like so, and just, oh, I should show that off. you got these two little peg holes here where you can just peg it in like so. Well, you might want to keep this down just to make it look better. And it's not too shabby. I mean, it does kind of look odd compared to what Prime's has, but still, it's not bad at all. But let's get into his transformation. We'll go ahead and transform him into his robot form, which isn't very hard at all. You can start many ways. There's many ways you can start this. But one of the best ways I've found is to go basically with the arms first. You flip these panels up, which basically like the wind guard, I think is what this is supposed to be on a truck, but flip those down. You come to the side and it's just pretty much the exact same transformation as Prime, which I have no nails right now. There we go. That'll work. You basically can pull these down, these panels here, and let's see if I can get it. I managed to get it here, like so. You'll then rotate these down and around. As you can see, these are pretty much going to be his arms. You will fold these back all the way until they basically, they don't really, well they do, I'm sorry, they do peg in right here and here, right into the shoulder. So that's good, and it keeps those locked in place. You can then go ahead and rotate the arms around, get his fist back up there. Well, I'm not doing this right. It's supposed to be, am I doing it right? Something's wrong here. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Didn't think I was doing it right, but I was. Rotate this around like so as well. Looks kind of weird with the grill, basically in his forearms. Can you? No, you can't. Okay. Just double checking myself there. But we'll get into more on the articulation here shortly. Next, you'll want to, right back here underneath here is his waist. You'll just pull this out. It pops right into place right there. And then you just, in the back here, this panel here basically is the waist or hip area for Minosaur. You'll slide this up out of the way for the time being. We'll straighten these out, the legs out right like so. Turn them around, you can see, and then we just straighten these up to form his feet. We'll stand them up, and I need to raise my camera up just a bit. Let's fix this. Hold on, bear with me just a moment. Just to get it up there. There we go. Sorry about that. And next you want to reach up here. You'll press in on this side panel here and swing this around. And there's Motormaster's head, which for some reason mine doesn't seem like it won't. There we go. I have to really press for some reason to get it to pop back in there, but it clicks into place. And here's Motormaster in his robot form. Again, he holds the mold really well compared to Prime. A lot of people complain about his head a little bit because of the way it is, but I like it. He feels kind of chubby too. If you compare him to the G1 type mold, he was a lot taller and thinner. But in this way, he's a more bulkier, more wide in a way, more upper body to him. But still, it's not too bad. I like him. But he's got this back kibble here also in the back. This is basically, I should mention that you might want to roll this down and then fold it up, just to tuck it up out of the way. It doesn't really call for it, but it's good to keep it up out of the way. You have all the great work here. You got the purple here. You got the insignia here with the purple on these sides. Very well done. It does hold off on the color scheme and stuff of the G1 figure. Weaponry, you can take his weapons or weapon, whichever way you want to put it as. You can peg it into both his hands, like so. And like so, because if Motormaster would hold in the G1, Motormaster would come with his sword and the basic Minosaur's gun for his weaponry. And it seems odd to have those bigs in it, or that style weapon, considering that they would basically grow, I guess, for Minosaur. But it's pretty good. Now, articulation wise for him, doesn't have a ton. His head is on a ball joint. It can turn all the way around. And because of it being so square, he doesn't have a whole lot of up and down look to him, but he can look to a degree. Arms, you can rotate them all the way around. He does have this swivel here off that ratchet. He does have the swivel there right above the it basically is right above the elbow. To swivel that around. He has the elbow articulation there as well. No real hand articulation, though. You can swivel the. Let's see if I can get. I gotta get the weapon out of the way first. Well, you can't really swivel this one. I could have sworn this. Yeah, there it goes. Sorry about that. His hand does kind of do that, but that's part of his transformation again. So you can, if you wanted to use that, you can. The waist, he can swivel right there. There's no swivel here. It kind of looks like right here you might have some, but there's not really any at all. It's right here in the waist area. You can swivel it all the way around. On the hips, he has the ratchets there. There's no, other than right here above the knee, he has this swivel there. And he has the knee articulation as well. The feet do have this, you know, you can kind of get it, if you work it right, I'm sure you can get it to level out like so and give them the little walking position for the feet. But that just that little bit of swivel, mostly from the transformation. Now, other than the, right now we're going to transform him into his combined form or torso mode, which there's not much to it either. Straighten his head out. You'll want to flip his head back around and in, lock it back into place. You'll then rotate the, let's turn him around. I tend to get him backwards this way. You want to swivel it. Well, yeah, I'm doing this wrong. You gotta swivel it back around. Almost like you're transforming it back into the truck mode. You'll flip the arms into this position and then rotate them all the way up. And then it will, you have a peg right here in the forearm, and right there in here in the shoulder, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a little peg hole right in there, and it will peg right into that. You do the same on this side, swivel it around. Swivel this back up, rotate it up, and peg it right in. There we go. Which I don't know if I got that pegged in. Yeah, I did. Okay. Next, I'm doing this from the back side because this is the way he'll be facing when he's in combined form. My guy swiveled down. You rotate these up, swivel it this way. Am I doing it right? No, I'm not. I got it backwards. Swivel it around this way. My bad, I forgot to do the swivel. Turn these up, ratchet them up, and then you have these pieces here that will these panels. They'll flip up and just peg right up. When you got it, you'll know you have it right when you reach these up, and you can peg them right in because you have these peg holes right here. They'll peg right into this peg right there, and you peg it right up in, and that's when you got it to full mode. Lastly, you will flip these panels back, or excuse me, not his panels, it's his fist. You flip them back around like so and so. You'll have this be down for his waist area. You then flip this open, rotate this all up, and here's Minosaur's combined head, or Minosaur's head, excuse me. Straighten his horns out. And there's two things here I should note. You got these two little pegs that stick out here. This is where Blackjack's going to go. You might want to shave just a hair bit off of here. Take a piece of sandpaper or something and just shave it down just a little bit, just to give you some better, just to get it down just a little bit shorter where Blackjack can sit in there a little bit more snug in there. You shouldn't need much, but you don't really have to do that. You can keep these closed and it still looks pretty good. for that. And this basically is Minosaur. One of the key issues though with him is these ratchets here in the legs. I'm just going to do it this way to help it to stand, to show it a little bit better. This does seem to work a little bit better for him in this way, to give him a little bit more look to him. It's what it is these ratchets in here, they don't have enough, click into them to get them right. Though there is a company called Non-F that's done a little ratchet joint that you can basically, I'm not sure how well you take this off. I've never done it before. But you basically take this off and put these new little ratchets in there, and that's it. And it gives you that extra little ratchet earring in there to get them straightened out right. But let's just flip him back into his robot form of Motormaster. Right before we end this, flip this back, put these back down, straighten the legs back out, turn them back this way, swivel his waist back around, going to straighten out his arms, like so. Do the same on this side, swivel his arm back around, flip the hand back in. Uh-oh. We'll put Minosaur's head back in place. Close it back up. Ratchet back his waist. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. It'll be fine. And we'll just pop his head back out. And there he is. Motormaster in all of his great glory. I do highly recommend picking this guy up. He is worth it. You can, again, like always, guys, I mean, he's definitely a good combiner for the Combiner Wars series. He does have a little, not really any quirks other than the ratchet joints. I mean, that's just fine. I mean, there's nothing real big major to do with that. Let's just give him his, give him his gun. Makes it look better. But again, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I highly recommend you guys picking this guy up. And again, you can pick him up from primetoys.net. I'll have a link to their website down below where you can pick him up. And you can pick up all the Stunticons along with it. Because if you go use the Transmissions website and go to them, check out their great podcast. They're a group of guys that get together. They talk Transformers, anything and everything. They talk comics, figures, both third party and regular Hasbro, Takara. They talk pulp culture, everything you can think of. They talk about it. But check them out. They are also sponsored by primetoys.net, where you can use their transmissions code, Transmissions July. You type that little code in and you can get 10% off your order for the month of July. But that only works for July now. And last but not least, guys, I'll also please like, comment, and share this video. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. And I also post links to my Twitter and to my Instagram where you guys can follow me there. I hope to hear. And for that note, guys, this is Don saying thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from you soon.